I saw this lady, she kind of puts a whole nother meaning to like fake it till you make it.
Apparently translating every word, but it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. Identified as Derlin Roberts.
She had some balls, dude.
Right.
Yeah, big balls.
And she went for it. It wasn't one of those like, I'm feeling sick, I can't do this. At a certain point, like, I don't think people realize that type of shithead degenerates are out there. They think everybody's just gonna do the right thing. Oh, he has a tattoo machine. He's an artist. How did he fuck my portrait of my grandma up? What, you didn't see his work before? You didn't ask him if he's done a portrait before? So liability falls on both parties, obviously, but the bigger sin is a dude fucking swindling you.
Fake it till you make it on some subjects, yeah, I don't like it. But like on that, it's like, bro, like this is the government. Like at the police department at that. I'm not even mad at her, man.
Well, the sign language community was pissed.
Oh my God.
The Ruffled Feathers Podcast.
So welcome everybody, thank you for joining us. Yeah. Episode 20?
20.
So congrats.
Dubs.
guys.
That's a good number,
man.
Dub edition.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, Ruffled
Thanks, man.
Feathers. I'm your host, Bird, tattoo artist of 15 years. And it's been a good journey. Met a lot of people, so I kind of see myself as a somewhat psychiatrist now. And so decided to do a fucking podcast and wake people up and get us back to normalcy. So I'm here with the truth-seeking man himself, Pablo.
What's up? Chillin'.
Yeah. I'll take
Gotta
yours.
get my own introduction.
We got our guest today. We'll start with the guy y'all seen before.
What's up,
Jared.
y'all? Jared.
What's up, Jared?
Yeah.
Tim Corrigan, dispensary owner down in Santa Fe, Texas. Come check us out.
Good to have you, Tim.
Give him the name. What's the name? Texas High Council. You can find us on all social media, Google Maps. There you go.
Putting the links on the description.
Yeah, they're gonna
There
be
you
here.
go. Yeah. So we won't get into the bud that much, but just for because I get this asked a lot because I'm a smoker and I don't even know, but as if I were a fifth grader, just explain to me the difference between regular THC bud that we've been smoking for years compared to Delta 8.
Delta 8, man, it's usually going to be, a lot of the times you see like CBD bud, it looks great, but it doesn't really have a nose or anything to it, and they're spraying Delta 8 terps and just a synthetic liquid form of Delta 8 over your bud. Good bud, cannabis, THC, it's not going to have all that. Delta 8 is going to be in it, but not at high amounts. And
So Delta 8 isn't naturally in it?
it is,
Okay.
but at very small amounts.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when you're getting Delta 8 bud, it's not small amounts of Delta 8, it's high amounts, and they're spraying it on there.
Huh.
Yeah.
And Delta 8 also has a psychoactive.
Yeah, it's more in the head. And if you get too high off of them, like a lot of these people are doing with the edibles and stuff, it'll have like out of body experiences and stuff. Yeah.
Damn.
Out of
But
body.
healthy. How healthy is it on the scale?
I mean, it's just like any other cannabinoid, but it's just when it's synthesized that it's unhealthy
Yeah.
and concentrated.
Agreed.
So it's synthetic. In a way.
It can be when you see it in high amounts, like anything over like 10%, it's synthesized.
It's like a Bill Gates organic apple. Right?
Peel.
The bud in the middle is good. The stuff in the inside is good, but there's an outer coating that's foreign
That wax or
and
whatever.
extra. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's terrible, man.
it's not, I mean, all they have to do is you can go to Cali and get bud and just have it tested, and if it's under a certain percentage of Delta 9, it's legal. So people think it's fake, but really, like you come to my store, it's going to be all good bud. And it's like, how is this THC? It's just been tested for Delta 9, and Delta 9's not high when it's naturally occurring.
Got you.
It doesn't get high until you actually light it and get high.
Right.
You're getting high off of
Yeah.
Delta 9.
And that's the loophole.
Yeah.
So there you go, fifth graders.
Go check them out. It's hard.
No. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna cut that.
It's hard to talk to a fifth grader, bro.
Go find out for yourself.
Yeah, you started spitting cannabis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that done.
Yeah, dude.
No, I appreciate that though, man, because I get asked all the time. I've always been curious. We talked about it, but I wanted to just kind of clear it up for people who are always wondering, like, what the fuck is that? Because I think most people thought of it as like the actual was the K2 that
Yeah.
Oh, like spice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Oh
no,
my
no.
God, bro!
like
I
you're
never
literally
fuck with
smoking
that.
potpourri.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much what you are. And this is just it's something that they take naturally out and try and concentrate it like 10 times that and put it back into something. And that's pretty much what they're doing.
So it's like really unnecessary.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
If they would just, go get the real good
Yeah,
stuff
right.
and test it and do what we're supposed to do.
Be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Organic.
Organic.
Legalize it.
Keep it clean.
Damn it.
All right. So I want to start off with just a little opener, little something to get us loose. And I saw this lady who she kind of puts a whole nother meaning to like fake it till you make it. Cause, well, let's just watch. There she is.
Oh, love her.
Accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells, says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud.
Oh wow.
So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
She had some balls, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
To get up there to do that shit.
And she went for it. It wasn't one of those like, I'm feeling sick. I can't do this.
Yeah.
It's just like, nah, I'm
She
gonna
was
come.
She was
confident.
committed. Yeah.
She had to be committed on that.
I'm not even mad at her, man. They didn't do the background check. She's
Yeah.
been arrested for fraud several times in the past. Like, fake it till you make it on some subjects. Yeah, I don't like it. You know, but like on that, it's like, bro, like
Yeah.
this is the government. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they should have done it. The police department at that. They didn't do no background check on her. Like, she probably made her whatever, $3,000, $4,000 a month for it. I'm not even mad.
Right.
At it. Yeah.
You get a little change.
Yeah.
Well, the sign language community was pissed.
They're like, what's going on?
Where were
You
they?
can hear them.
Oh, yeah, you can hear them.
On the typewriters.
Damn. Oh man.
Yeah,
We're
they're
gonna
like,
cut that
what?
too.
Hitting that SOS coming in.
Like, this is Spanish sign language. This is an ASL. Yeah.
Right. But it looked like she was just like reciting the alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she was just trying to
She
spell
said
each
4,
letter.
yeah.
Like
M-U-R-D.
ABC.
1,000.
Well, I guess you
5,000.
tried.
But she was killing it. I was convinced.
Shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, well, in my industry, in the tattoo industry, now it's not so easy, but it's a little bit different now. But back in the day, people would come up, hey, I want to get a job. All right, well, show us your portfolio. And they're showing us tattoos of other people's work.
Oh.
And because I know, other people in the game, I'm like, I know this is not yours. But there's people
Wow.
like that are just scum. They'll say whatever. Doctors, same way. Was it Dr. Kevorkian? Who was fucking killing people and overdosing them and shit,
You ever heard of
doing
that?
surgeries on them.
But he was doing like,
Or was that surgeries or
was that the guy who was doing like the blessed killings or something? Like he knew they were gonna die and was just killing them. Who was that guy? What was his
I
story?
don't know. This guy was just a lunatic. Dude.
Really?
he was in the mid '90s? Dr. Kevorkian
And he was just killing
He
people just to
pretended
do it though.
Well, he was just
Through-
pretending to be a doctor, right?
and all
man.
types of malpractice.
That's fucked up. How do you...
Exactly. It's like, how do
How
you
does
get
nobody
there?
ask questions about that? Like, you're about to open your own office. Can we see some documentation of, like, you actually are a doctor?
Right. But that goes into like the whole bureaucracy and
Let's
like
see what. Sorry, what Wikipedia has to say. Wikipedia has to say about it.
So let's see. American pathologist and euthanasia, maybe that was proponent. He publicly championed a terminal patient's right to die by physician-assisted suicide, embodied in his quote,
So
dying
that's kind of what you were
is
talking
not
about.
a crime. Kevorkian said that he assisted in at least 130 patients to that end. He was convicted of murder in 1999 and was often portrayed in the media with the name of Dr. Death.
So it is that guy.
Yeah,
huh?
I think he was doing like he knew they were gonna die. I mean, you talk about Frank Abagnale, though. Catch Me If You Can, dude.
Oh yeah.
That guy was like big balls,
Dude,
too.
yeah,
though.
and
Like, 'cause
he did
faked
it at
being a
the right
doctor.
time. He
Mhm.
did that shit right in the
Yeah,
right
yeah.
time to do it because there was, I guess, security or like what is it like background checks weren't that crazy. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You never seen that movie Catch Me If You Can with Tom Hanks?
And
Oh,
Leo.
Leo.
bro, and
Leo.
Leonardo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Leonardo.
was-
yeah.
Bro, you have to see this
what a
movie.
pair.
No, but it's a great movie, dude.
No,
and a
no, I
great
know, I've heard of
story.
it, but I've never watched it.
True story, bro. The guy
Just
really
click-
did this in real life. A lawyer,
click
a
on
doctor,
click on
a
the
pilot.
screen. Click on the desktop. It should bring it back.
Dude, he was like
Oh, I guess not.
writing his own checks, cashing them, big money, like, whew.
Yeah.
And they were always a step or two behind him.
Yeah,
so he was
yeah.
just like hotel hopping and, bro.
The
Catch Me If
government
You
ended
Can.
up
Yeah.
hiring him because they were like, they arrested him and they were like, look, the only way you can get off this is help us catch other people who are like you.
Yeah.
And so he got off,
It's
scot
like some of
clean.
these hackers.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine that, the government saying, help us be fucked up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they'll
You
take
wanna-
all the help they can get.
Yeah. You
Have
wanna
you
write our
seen
own checks, dude?
Inventing Anna on Netflix?
Mm-mm.
It's very much, it's the same thing, also a true story. It's the same thing modern time, but she was getting these guys to give her like $2 million loans to buy buildings in New York, and she was just like a peasant back in her, Eastern European country. She was a nobody, getting, faking her voice over the phone like, oh, my lawyer's going to call you tomorrow at 5, and she would do at 4:59. Hey, and it's a
Oh,
voice
shoot.
changer, so it sounds just like it's such a good, I don't know how accurate to the story it is,
Right.
but they heroicized her to where she was on Dancing with the Stars on the last one, and then she had the Swarovski, I guess, sponsored her ankle monitor, and they bedazzled her ankle monitor. What? Swarovski. Like, America's the only place where, like, glamorize a criminal.
Bruh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You
But
can't
she
make
was
that
gangster.
shit up.
Well,
Yeah.
that's like the whole Fast and Furious franchise. Like they turn to where like the cops come, the Secret Service comes and gets them to help them catch the real criminals, like the people like above them, you know. So they know they're willing to break the law or willing to risk their lives for good, and then they turn them into. But I mean, I guess their intentions were always good.
Yeah,
what
man.
they say.
It's all
dumb,
about family,
bro.
dude.
It's dumb,
Vin
bro.
Diesel, family, dude.
Vin Diesel never trying to hurt nobody.
But
Fucking
that's
Brian
the world we live
Spillner,
in, dude. It's just be somebody like you ain't till you get caught, and then try it again.
I mean, think of how many times it's
Chameleon.
worked, though, as far as, like, the people that you don't know about. Like,
Right.
these are the people we know, the two, Frank Abagnale and, Anna, I forget her full name or whatever, but, yeah, there's so many people that it's probably worked for. And we've seen it. There's people who fraud, resumes, like you said. How many people got...
We saw.
Yeah, how many people got tattooed back in the late 90s or early 2000s?
By some bullshit artists.
Yeah,
No, it
mhm.
happens all the time. That's why I said, like, at a certain point, like, I don't think people realize that type of shithead degenerates are out there.
Yeah.
They think everybody's just gonna do the right thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a tattoo machine. He's an artist. How did he fuck my portrait of my grandma up? It's like, you didn't see his work before? You didn't ask him if he's done a portrait before? So, like, the liability falls on both parties, obviously, but the bigger sin is a dude fucking swindling you, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Yeah.
Dude, like that one, remember that movie, The Orphan or something? It's based on a true story that this lady, she was like a 30-year-old lady, but she looked like a 12-year-old kid, and she cut her hair, she got adopted by this family.
Oh,
That's crazy, but obviously the movie was evil, like they made it like really dark, you know, like she was
wait,
like,
she killed him or what?
she was like that, like, yeah, like,
This is real?
so the movie, I think the movie added
That's
on,
terrifying.
like, but let's see if that comes up.
Like Benjamin Button.
Yeah. I was telling Leo about that
This
yesterday.
is the reason why I haven't gotten a tattoo yet.
Yeah.
This right here.
You're not into
Trust me, bro.
The
Dude,
shiny-
Freddie, holy
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, that's kind of, I kind of like that one, though.
No, that
I
picture.
think they
that picture
stylized
is
that a
good.
little bit.
That's like some extremism or whatever you call
Right,
it.
like you can do a
Yeah,
cartoon
yeah,
that look like that.
It's
you know,
just
like
exaggerative.
animation.
Yeah.
It's acid.
Yeah.
We're going to go out of order, Doctor. Because I guess what we're talking about, like people showing a different face and you're not really knowing who they are, brings us to like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Ooh, hey, yeah.
Have y'all heard the Mrs. Doubtfire
No, y'all are gonna
conspiracy?
have to-
Where are we
culturize
going with
me.
this? I know the movie, but
So
what's
y'all
the conspiracy?
have seen Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, well, I just came, it was new to me recently, but I didn't know this until maybe this year,
Yeah.
you know?
No, we'll watch the clip, but it just goes back into the like people wear different faces, and then there's a conspiracy rabbit hole about Mrs. Doubtfire, and we talk about on this podcast all the time how in Hollywood and music and big food and big medicine, like they put things out there with a good message, but there's like underlying intentions, or there's like a design to like shape you into a different way. And then this is kind of one of those, like, if you watch this clip and then just tell me what you think afterwards, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Doctor?
I also find it interesting that the main woman in this case, now stay with me, she looks identical to Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire, in the movie. I mean, to a T. If you guys were to see these two put together side by side, you would be blown away. And why do I say this? What does this matter? Why is it even important in this discussion? I believe that they put these things right in front of us in plain sight. And it's almost like they're saying, we got away with it. And it makes me believe that this prostitution ring, this child abuse ring that was going on at McMartin Preschool was directly tied to Hollywood. And I think that they were putting it in people's faces and saying, look at what we got away with. We are showing you that this woman was such a great grandmotherly woman. Who could ever think that she would do anything wrong? In fact, that's where the term satanic panic was dubbed from, is this influx and idea of, all this Satanism going on. And now we know that is true.
So at that school where the Mrs. Doubtfire looked like they were all charged for grabbing these kids and molesting them and doing all kinds of nasty shit to them, and it was all satanically motivated.
Was that also a guy though?
Bro, I would have.
No, well, the lady.
Yeah,
the lady.
You saying if she's a guy?
Yeah,
no, I think she was a real lady, right?
She's a real lady, but she's.
But she was wicked. Like, I mean, faking it to be a good, nice old granny to lure
those people piss me
trust
off.
Of yeah, man.
That's crazy.
That's the world we're living in.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I had the first lady, the signer language lady.
Yeah.
To go to this lady, because I think it goes to show, one, you could do it at the base level of the regular people, just lie in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But you could easily do it at a higher level in Hollywood as a musician or as a school teacher or administrator. I don't think people quite grasp that concept that evil or bad people are everywhere you turn. And like once they can like figure that out, then maybe they can understand why someone might support something Trump says, or somebody might support an idea from Russia, or somebody might understand why there's attention to the Jews, or somebody might understand, and just kind of like get a little bit more understanding, or just at least be like, okay, maybe there's something to that. Maybe I should listen a little more, or maybe, I'll just shut up and live my life and go away with it. So,
like 48 Laws, right?
Yeah.
Have y'all read that book?
Mm-mm.
48 Laws of Power.
I've heard. Yeah,
I haven't read
that's
the
a
book,
very
but I've
popular
heard about it.
Dude, it basically talks about all different kinds of people and how to interact with people to get what you want, and it could be really fucking dark. I feel it's kind of dark, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to finish reading it, but there's a specific chapter in that book that's like faking it till you make it, basically, and showing people exactly what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I'm just like,
well, I mean, I think it says something about us, right? Like, because to really have that ability to put on a face, to gain trust, to gain like more than trust, and then to have an evil, wicked, malicious back intention, like that takes a special kind of motherfucker, which we all are capable of doing it, I believe, right?
oh yeah.
But it's like, I think in the whole, most humans are gullible and aren't that trusting, or want to believe that love and that trust is there. So then that's why those people that are willing to do that evil get away with it, because the majority of us are that gentle, that sensitive, that innocent in a way, whether it's naiveness or what is it? Like
Trust,
ignorance.
Ignorant.
Ignorance, naivety.
But it's like, to take advantage of that, that's like, okay, not only are you like, do you have the capability of doing it, but you're choosing to go along with that sin and to induce it and to like...
Bro, I think some people
that's destruction.
So much of that power, like the lady doing the sign language, she's
been getting away with it. She believes that she's that person now. She's like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
It's really sad in those like malicious states. Like maybe not so, like the sign language lady has a piece of my heart forever.
Right. Like, that's surface
All right,
level,
like
like
Miss
you were saying.
Doubtfire, like
Right?
Miss Doubtfire and like scam, the tattoo stuff and stuff like that. It's sad because it's like humans. It's like to say gullible is like it's accurate statement, but like what do you believe? Like I'm looking at you in your eye, like all the things that people tell you about. Oh, they're lying if they look this way or that way, body language, this if they you know. And then they don't do any of that. It's like, man, people are real psychopaths out here. But like going to your point is like, are we gullible or is that, those are just the signs of a truth teller. Like he gave me all the signs of a truth teller. He gave me the portfolio.
Right.
He gave me the resume. He gave me eye contact, all of that. Why wasn't I supposed to believe him? Everything was there. The presence of him. And then also his past with whatever resume that he faked the funk on. Why shouldn't I believe him? And it's just so sad because then, you know, we do look at the victim of the case as like, well, you still do hold blame in it. Like, and to a degree they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's sad because that's just human nature. You know, just like how people would abuse a dog or anything else like that. It's just like probably 1 degree above that because, you know, a dog is a dog or whatever. Not that that's okay either. But,
Right, because as humans, we're supposed to like know, like
See
this.
where you're going with that.
I hit a dog with
Wait a
a
minute.
human. Yeah.
But see, but there's a
I
difference
appreciate
between
that.
beating a dog and like spanking a dog.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Because it's
but-
like sometimes that they'll spank, like you see the mom do it. You talk about it all the time, you know, like
Yeah.
they even like check the neck, you know,
Yeah.
like I mean, but it's also like then somebody that's just whooping the dog. Then that's
that's
a
totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, just like all of it with a, you know, that lower level of being or whatever, like the food, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't give them cold water, none of that stuff. So just room temp. But yeah, to take advantage of humans is just crazy.
But
know?
what you're saying, what you're saying is that like the person that's getting fooled should have some kind of sense, like, or has to have that obligation to be like, man, let me just double check, or like,
It's
sometimes
like-
you don't have that because if you're falling for it and that person is like too convincing, then it's just kind of like, I guess it's a natural human thing to just trust.
Well, that's what I was telling Tim about because I've read the 48 Laws right now. I'm on Mastery right now. But it's one of those things, it's one of those books you should read as a good person. Like, you know, just like as a good person, you should carry a gun. As a good person, you should know how to fight. Because as a good person, you're going to be the first one fooled because like, or stolen from, robbed from because you're not suspecting. Like, as you shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're doing everything right in life, you shouldn't have to worry about being a victim, you know, under your assumptions. But, you know, if you don't know these ways of battle and these ways of war, then somebody else does.
Yeah.
And I was even telling Tim, it's like, the book doesn't tell you anything new about lying. You're born with a natural instinct to know how to lie and manipulate, but, you know, through good families and stuff and religions, whatever, you're taught, hey, that's not what you're supposed to do and this is why. And so you grow up, you know, after 6 years old, 5 years old, you learn, okay, I'm not supposed to lie. I'm supposed to be this way. But yeah, that's why I think that book is kind of important because like, we only hold that responsibility because the same way as a person who can legally carry a gun in Texas and does not, and then complains about, you know, being robbed at the store or, oh, I saw this person get robbed or my mom got shot in front of me, whatever that might be. Yeah, it's not your fault. Of course it's not your fault, but there was a sense of responsibility that you had just because the knowledge was out there, you know, whether that's having a gun on you or being able to assess the situation, you know? So it's like, yeah, they hold a weight in it. But I mean, of course, I wouldn't be like, oh, shame on you. But, you know, kind of like what we've talked about before, it's just like, if any responsible, mature person, you are responsible for your own life. Like, you know, like to a degree, like, you know what I'm saying?
So like if you have a gun and some professional bank robbers come in with AKs and masks, it's not on you that you should have been ready for that.
Right, right.
So like we're equipped with our guns in terms of like what we're seeing and stuff, but a good professional sociopath
yeah,
who has no remorse, who will say whatever he needs to say to make sure you're not a threat to him and he can do whatever, or she can do whatever she needs to do without, you know, you becoming suspicious of them. That's where we are in terms of media, I think. And and content and all that. And it's really working so fast and quick. It's astonishing and I'm like
Scary.
I'm also like, well, man, that's pretty good. Like
like kudos.
Yeah, like, that's some
you
evil
gotta win.
shit.
It's a
And, you know,
double-edged sword, dude, for sure.
Yeah, because it is, because we're also learning and speaking to each other and trying to wake people up, and also like these videos that we see about Mrs. Doubtfire and the potential link of that connecting into a movie to the satanic lady who was fucking with kids. Like, those are things that wouldn't have never gotten out before unless you watched, what was that on? Like Dateline or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
2020.
unless you watched it at 6 p.m. on that Tuesday and then it
Oh,
was
yeah,
never
you
on
missed
again.
it, yeah.
Now we
Yeah.
can regurgitate it and regurgitate it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there is a balance, or not a balance, but there is a two-sided war right now. But I feel like the people that don't want to wake up to that, I feel bad for them, one, because it's just like, a lot of them are good people.
Yeah.
They've just been caught in the sauce
Yeah.
for so long.
Dude, it's both sides. Every which way it's coming at you. It's propaganda and just trying to get you to think a certain way. That's all
Yeah.
both sides do.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And it's kind of hard because then this stuff comes out and you're like, well, is this shit true? So now I got to go dig into some research and look for it. And you're like, fuck, now I'm down the rabbit hole.
Yes. Well, because like we got to the big pop-up video, you know, of the tranny in the shower and the
In the
restroom.
yeah.
And we were like, back then though, I was like 12 or something. Like, it didn't even register, but it was in my brain. Like, it made a little nest in there, and then I'm sure we watched Tu Wong Fu, and then there was you know,
But
wait,
that's part of the program, though. That's part. They do it on purpose.
that's the whole
because-
point. It's like it's been a subtle trickle, and now they didn't turn on the whole faucet, and we're fucking bathing in it.
And see, now is the transfer, right? Because of the transfer of generations. Because now these younger generations are like non-confrontational and more quiet. They don't want to talk about it, so they definitely don't want to go against the flow, right? So it's like I'm noticing it at home. You know, I notice it like in the family. Like, if you're not with it, like, you're not hip. You know, like, if you're not part of the masses, then you're the problem. Like, oh, you're Christian, like, you're gonna choose that over watching an evil movie, like, you know, like, dude, like, this is defending, it's defense. We're playing defense when you have to say, no, I can't listen to that, I can't watch that, I can't go out and get fucked up like I used to, you know. But it's like now it's like, oh well, no, I need to fit in. That's what everybody's.
It's like that shame we talked about too. Like, if you get shamed online now and like relive that forever.
And that's it.
Just keep
Public
producing more
shaming.
shit so that gets pushed back in the
Right,
algorithm.
Right. Because it does.
Yeah.
Eventually it does. There's people that done some fucked up shit and came back.
Yeah,
You know?
but you know, these kids, like you said, like the younger generations, even my generation to a degree, like, they don't know how to fight no more. And that's mentally, that's, you know, verbally, that's
That percentage has
physically.
gotten small.
Yeah, it's gotten small. My mother's a school teacher, and she was telling me that they were doing, she was, you know, it's back to school right now. And so she was telling me that she did like you know, without the kids' day or whatever, and they would do like a in-house.
In-service?
Yeah, in-service thing or whatever. So what'd you do, you know, what was it about this time? You know, she's like, suicide prevention. I said, for what? Like, these kids have AC, phones, they can wear jeans now. You know, we couldn't wear jeans. Like, you know, like, we couldn't do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything was, you know, you're hot all the time because the AC's this or that. You're in the portable buildings. These kids have everything. Their parents have cars. Everybody, you know, they might not have dual parents in the household, but everybody has a vehicle. There's just transportation, everything. And so, like, what do you want to kill yourself for? What do these kids want to kill themselves for? But it's just like they've lost that whole animal instinct to live, like, you know, to fight. And I think that's what all that comes down to as well. It's just like how you were saying, like, people are so like non-confrontational. Nobody really wants to live, whether that's like metaphorical or physical, because they don't see a way out of any of this stuff. Like, I remember being a kid, like, you know, seeing all this stuff. I didn't really, you know, I wasn't watching 60 Minutes or anything like that as a child. But my dad would tell us, whenever you go to the restroom, wherever it's at, could be at Walmart, it could be at school, but bring a pencil or a pen with you to stab somebody just in case something happens. And I was in fucking, I was going to kindergarten knowing this, like, oh, I'm gonna stab somebody.
Damn.
Yo, wait,
I'm about to go.
Put it up. I'm pissing here.
Yeah.
But it's just like, and I do realize, like, you know, my dad would tell us about his previous family that he had before us, because he had two families, you know what I'm saying? So he was an older man when he had us. So he would tell us, he was just like, the older kids came back to me and said, oh, I know you were hard on us, but thank you for how you raised us. And, you know, my dad passed away before I was able to say that to him, even though he was like an awful person. But like, you know, like that song, A Boy Named Sue. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I named you Sue so that you grow up tough. And like, I realized that, but parents, because of that soft parenting period that they had, like, let's just say 2012 to like fucking now.
Yeah.
Like soft parenting, don't yell, don't hit, all that shit. Which like, yeah, don't abuse your kid. Like, don't yell at your kid all the time. But like, there is a point of like discipline to where it does form a sense of self-respect, which then forms like, hey, I'm not going to be taken advantage of. Nobody's going to touch me. No one's going to take my money. No one's going to fucking take advantage of a deal that I had going. And nobody has that anymore. You know, like Christians will be like, oh, it's in God's will. Or the fucking regular person will be like, oh, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, just
you
to
know,
What
keep
else?
the peace.
It gives you a sense of paranoia too. Like if you do something wrong, something, you know, chancla will come hit you. Or,
yes.
know,
Yeah, like, oh shit.
Yeah, should I say
I'm
that?
33 looking for
Right,
it. Yeah.
right. But a lot of these kids, like those 3 kids that got locked up in the CVS or whatever, that were stealing
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Like they could give a fuck that they were locked up.
Yeah.
Like if I got locked
They
up in
weren't
the
doing
store for
nothing wrong in
stealing,
their head, bro. They
yeah.
were like,
If I got caught stealing and they closed the doors on me, I'm like, oh.
I'm not worried about mom. I'm worried about mom. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
that too. For
Yeah.
sure.
I'm like, man, Dad's gonna. Fuck, what am I
Yeah.
gonna say? How can I swing this? Because this is bad.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at. Where this like there's no accountability. Pablo's favorite word.
Mm-hmm.
There's no accountability, and then we're not holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Because like I can go to the grocery store, and if I see a kid acting bad, and he's like coming my way, I'll be like, I'll do is like, shut up. Like, I'll do one of those.
Yeah.
It's not my kid. I'm not gonna hit him, but somebody has to be like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, like if you keep going like this, you're gonna be the next school shooter. You're
Well,
gonna-
that goes
Yeah.
back to the importance of community, right?
Mhm.
Because it's like your neighbor help you raise the kids, or even yourself. You know, your buddy helps you raise. You know,
Yeah, you can't do that shit now, man. Like,
everybody's so sensitive. Like, yo, you can't
Yeah.
tell me shit.
We have to. We must.
Yeah.
So that's what this is for, right? Like, this is our intent, right? To try to bring decency back, to try to bring like self-respect, but also respect for others and those around you. You know, because I see that like now it's like, dude, I just literally on my way up here before I started the car, I watched a video say this lady went to jail for threatening this lady and her what do you call it, like the disabled kid. He was walking slow, so they were like, if you don't hurry your ass up, I'm gonna shoot you. She put a gun on her in Florida and say, if you don't hurry up, I'm gonna shoot you. So it was like, I'm just like in elementary, bro.
everybody's in a rush, man. Everybody's always in a rush, dude, and it just makes everyone's life more miserable because, like traffic, it's just because you're in a rush.
Yeah.
You should have left 5 minutes earlier.
Right? Why are you tailgating?
Accountability.
Everybody's
Accountable,
behind
yeah.
though, bro. Whether that's time, financially, like everybody is behind, because that's something that I noticed, you know, like coming back and forth between these places. It's like, oh, like we really don't have the time of day here. And, you know, it's all for a reason, because people are somehow still watching their favorite show at night, you know, somehow still eating what they want to eat, and to a degree, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you didn't get a steak dinner that night, but you got the Taco Bell with the supersize this and whatever that, you know, like, so yeah, I just think it comes down to all of that as well, man. It's like people are just in such a rush. Yeah. But like, it's because they're behind spiritually, financially, like mentally, physically, like they don't know enough to even know, okay, what if I started doing stuff like this? What if I prioritize working out or meditating 10 minutes before I go to sleep tonight? No, instead it's just go, drink some coffee. Now I can't go to sleep. I have kids that I don't raise, so now I don't even know them at 7, 8, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And it's just like people are literally, like you said, time-wise behind, but everything else as well. Like, so that, yeah, you are just going to be, it's going to manifest as being, I'm in a rush at
But
all
see,
points in time.
in today's day and age, we are being blinded by what do you call it? Instant gratification,
Oh yeah.
right? Because it's like we all
Social
have
media,
it, you
bro.
know, and that's what trained us. The you know, we watched 100 clips in 2 minutes, you know, like that does something to the brain,
Bro.
and that speeds up.
Thomas DeLauer, one of the best fitness coaches, he just pulled up a study on, I think it was cocaine compared to short videos, and it was like 17 times worse or something ridiculous,
I believe it.
more fucked up for our brains than cocaine itself. Like, so think about that. Everything is going back to just having this device and a screen, and it's constantly colors and
Yeah.
things going by super
Yeah.
quick.
And
It's attention,
doom
attention.
scrolling.
It's,
Yeah.
You get into your rabbit hole, and then you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it could be cops being bad. Oh, every cop's bad. Or it could be
Yeah.
Trump supporters doing something stupid. Oh, it could be Democrats doing something stupid. Oh, motherfucker! And then we're all trapped in our mind of like this anger and angst and like, and that energy is so strong, like cocaine. And now we're all sharing that energy of just. And like you said, now we get in the car. Fuck, I gotta get to work. And then what are they gonna do when they get to work? Get back on the screen.
So then to pleasure ourselves, we go to that sugar, we go to that donut, we go to that, or even back to the scroll.
What's all incorporated?
Yeah, because it's like we want to feel good, and I think more than feeling good is feeling in control, right? And I think that's what instant gratification is. That you want to feel good in this moment. Like, oh shit, I gotta go smoke a cigarette. Oh shit, I gotta go smoke a joint. My wife pissed me off. I'm gonna go get high. I'm gonna go get drunk. You know, like it's like that's the lack of accountability, and also the lack of like, man, okay, like, because then that's how you tackle it with the meditation at night. With the waking up early and stretching, with the
the spirit, dude. They're killing the
Push-ups.
spirit.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
So here's a question: if like everybody's spirit is kind of being, thrown
Dimmed
in the mud,
down.
do you think that's kind of affecting like the fracture of our existence?
Absolutely.
Like
1000%.
the Matrix is real. I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's just a different perception,
Right.
And how they're I mean, it is a mind controlling device. They've been doing it for years,
Well, so it's like the stuff we eat. Some of the stuff,
exactly.
the low level frequencies,
Yep, exactly.
They were talking about before, like a war one day or an attack that they were gonna do in like the Middle East, that they took off the gates of the internet or whatever. And I'm just trying to get it out here, right? So I'm just like telling you what I had read, right? But they had gave access to a whole bunch of pornography. The U.S. government did to like some Middle Eastern country out there before they attacked them, because then they were losing all of their energy. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that makes sense though.
Yeah. And so like, but you
no
see
more ammo.
Yeah.
They're wasting all their soldiers.
But you see it with like dudes, man, like especially my age or younger or whatever, and it's like it is common for them to be doing that and not even being with like a real chick, but they'll waste their energy on themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have the energy to fight. They don't have.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, dude, I think that's what happened to the North Korean soldiers that joined Russia. Once they got out of North Korea, they were like, "Hey, you can see this on here," and they were all distracted. And they got, because then they get like
they saw the world outside of of the Korean regime.
I mean, but that's a perfect example of like the potential or the capability of that evil or that control, that one track mind, right? Like that.
Well, and there's one evil here, and you can easily move to the next
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah.
Of consumption of internet versus, dictatorial rule, where, if you don't follow the dictator, your family dies, or y'all don't get to eat, so, or you all get mind controlled.
Here it is.
What's this?
Go back up a little bit.
Limited exposure to the world.
North Korean soldiers sent to Russia for the war in Ukraine are experiencing a world beyond isolation.
For the first time, potentially leading to a shift in their worldview. While they are indoctrinated to believe in their leader and the state, their exposure to a different reality could lead to disillusionment, especially with the harsh realities of combat and the potential for defection.
So that's mind control in a way too, right? Because then you're exposed to
influential.
Because then you like literally learn something brand new, and you're 20 years old. Like holy shit!
And
like,
instead of
that has to do something to your mind.
Instead of like going on and learning something that you can apply to the world, it's just like, no, I'm going to sit here and watch kittens and,
Well, then there's other people like, oh, I'm going to watch how to raise my kid for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you forgot to raise a kid. But you're over here telling your friends, well, what you got to do is, and it, like it's so fucked up.
Bro, yes.
It's FUBAR, which brings us to our next clip because again. So we went from the regular person hustling, which we're not mad at, but
we're not mad at her.
She brought the resume.
God bless her.
She signed her way in. She's like, I got this to to a school teacher. Now we're going to hip hop with Prodigy and from Mobb Deep, where he talks about this whole mind control, all these things that they're doing to us. So let's go ahead and.
They have major programs, immunization programs, where they're poisoning us. They're infecting us with stuff on purpose, and it's called population control. A lot of times people say, you're a conspiracy theorist. You watch too many movies or something like that, you know. But a lot of stuff I was learning was very real. I've been given guidance, you know what I mean, supernatural guidance that people wouldn't even understand if I tried to talk to them about it, you know what I mean. It's a story that's told about this black shadows that attach themselves to people here on the earth, and they feed off of negativity, they feed off of anger. I said, oh, like that is real, and it showed itself to me. I was allowed to see it. There's a whole bunch of other, like, you know, freedom fighters and just people that's, you know, putting the truth out there to the world, and the FBI and the CIA have these covert operations where they stop them, they kill them, they assassinate them, or they assassinate their character.
He died in 2017.
What'd he die from?
Let's check doctor.
Yeah.
That is crazy though, man.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time, and you can look it up. Like anybody can see, you know, like MK Ultra,
Yeah.
Project Paperclip, where I think that's where we stole the German fucking scientists.
Yeah.
Right.
We talk about all that stuff here because people act like we're just wearing the tinfoil hats with nothing to back
America
it up.
is good people.
Yeah.
We've been good people for so long.
Yeah.
We just became the world's largest power.
Well, the Latin
Just,
root
yeah.
for government is mind control, mente. Like, you know, so if you look up the literal root for where government comes from, it means govern the mind control.
Mint.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see. Maldives prodigy died of accidental choking, coroner reports. Oh, that's enough to hear.
Damn.
Come on, Team Z.
I did not know he died, dude.
Well, that's what Pimp C
On
died
what?
from, that overdose right after dropping 48 Laws of talking about 48 Laws of Power and the Art of War and everything else as well.
Well, he started exposing like he was talking about the gay shit in Hollywood.
yeah, he was talking about the
yeah,
gay
he was.
shit.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
going ham
but
on it,
yeah,
too.
but
Yeah.
he knew. He felt some kind of way, but he was kind of like ready to die for this shit.
Yeah.
I think, you know, because like they said they found him on the bed like with his hand in his pocket, but it was a bill rolled up, and he had crushed up some pills, and then he overdosed on that.
Of course.
Oh, of course,
You
yeah.
know, he's like snorted some pills and shit.
He was
but-
getting bigger, though,
Yeah.
as his career went.
He just got out of the
Yeah,
feds.
he was
yeah,
in jail, but
that's
he
what I'm
was
saying.
in spreads, like, you know.
Because we still got to
He didn't
be
wanna
able to,
take
like,
it.
can we
Yeah.
take everything as a
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
as a conspiracy, or you know, or it did happen,
Or it did
Because you
happen,
got
and he was
Chris-
still on the same stuff and just
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
You got the Chris Cornell murder that I don't
Oh,
believe
yeah.
was a suicide. You got the Chester Bennington stuff. You got obviously
And John Podesta's a piece of shit.
Oh
Yeah.
like and then the asshole with Ghislaine Maxwell and
We'll never see
She
that.
just got moved to a lower tier security prison in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We won't see that shit.
no.
No, we won't.
And as someone who's been a unapologetic to say I support with Trump, this is one of the things where I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't care who my leader is, as long as they're doing the right thing. But when you fuck up, you got to call them out.
Yeah.
And this is one of many things that I've been that I ain't cool with.
Yeah.
It sucks because it's like, what if his life is at risk and then it's all fucked up again? Then you get a Kamala in there and,
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
like, and
Bernie fucking Sanders.
yeah. Which, like, Bernie at least has new ideas, so I can understand why people would like back a Bernie. You know what I'm saying? Because
Free
he's
shit.
so different. Yeah, he's so different. You know, the regular Democratic politicians are all the same old thing you've been hearing. Like, you know, but like for Trump, I was thinking about the same thing because he did drop the ball, man. Like
Yeah.
all the Epstein files and stuff. It's like, come on, man. Like, you know, like I felt the same fucking way. But then, it's like, well, you probably have somebody pointing that gun to your nuts right now too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
And he
mean, I
does.
do believe that he does, bro. But
At
it's
all
like
times.
then this is where like human decency comes into play, right? Like, aren't you supposed to die? Like, if you believe for something, then I mean, obviously the assassination attempts, whatever. But it also like, it's obvious that if he's to stand on that, he's probably gonna get taken out, right? Because like you know, we hear the stuff with Israel too. Like he's backing Israel 100%. He said it. And so has anybody president before him, you know? But it's like, damn, like when do we find that person? Because it's like also like, okay, say one of us, we get to that power, then your family gets threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Do you buckle or do you
you're
go?
gonna think differently,
Or
or
are you
at
a
least
martyr?
reconsider your strategy.
What I really hope is he's doing is he's playing the fucking long game and setting it up to where he can release everything. And that's like wishful thinking, but he's always done what
It
he
could
said he was
happen.
going to do, right? Until now.
Yeah.
And I think that he
Well, to
thought,
certain things.
just
Yeah.
like before.
He never locked up Hillary Clinton.
Exactly.
And that
That's
pissed
another
me
big
off.
Yeah,
one.
that pissed
But
me
hey,
off,
they're
too.
going after that shit now.
Yeah.
Like they have the emails between him, her and Barack.
Yeah.
And now Barack's all saying, "Oh, this is bullshit," and it's the same thing. For
But
both
that's what I'm
sides.
saying. Like we had the Podesta emails with Clinton.
Yeah.
Like we
Dude.
had, none of this. This is where it's like, at a certain point, we're like, we got to get past, or understand that there are bigger forces that are at play here.
100%.
And these guys, even though it's Donald Trump, or even though it's Putin, even though it's Zelensky,
Mm-hmm.
they're still not top tier.
Dude,
CEOs.
Zelensky's the biggest pawn of them all.
Yeah.
And
I get a bad feeling about that person, man.
But he's a real
Oh,
actor. He was a
he
former
is.
actor, Zelensky.
Comedic.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
But see, he's a puppet. Like,
He's real zesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, why do you think they got? I mean, I don't necessarily think Reagan was a puppet, but you know, he was an actor,
Mhm.
but he wasn't an actor.
Trump too.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Trump
know,
was-
like yeah.
Man,
He's in the spotlight.
Little Rascals. He was in the movie Little Rascals.
Oh,
I
he
forgot about
was,
that.
he
I watched
was.
it like 2 years ago. I was like, God damn, they got
At
us.
the end,
Like, yeah,
at the end,
oh,
yeah.
bro, I fuck with that movie.
He's
though.
like, I
gotta
love you, son.
rewatch
You're
that.
better than money can buy, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end with the little
And then Macaulay Culkin.
Home Alone.
Yeah, Home
Yeah,
Alone.
But then it's like the whole world it's a stage, dude. It is.
It is.
And that's basically what we're at, you know. And it's like that's how they, because it's like I think the most easiest way to get to us is through the eyes, you know. And I mean, and also that's why magicians have the quick hands. It's all a trick of an eye. Cameras, movies, you know, they know angles and shit. So it's like, I think, you know, that's how they get to us, you know, because they show us in movies, they desensitize us by showing us how they do it. And then when it's really happening, then we're kind of like, okay, well, this really does happen. So we don't really stand up and say, damn, this is enough or this is fucked up. Because it is. I mean, it's beyond decent, bro. Like, these people have done some dark shit. People have died over it, you know?
I think everybody's just kind of scared. Like, what happens if we all do come together and take over our government again? Like, what's going to happen?
Well, that's the...
We did it for a 2% tax before. Now we're at fucking 30.
Yes. 30 and then some in terms of like just horrible governing for decades.
Printing money while we're just like, y'all are taxing us and you're printing money right now.
And
Why?
you said we can't go work for 4 months.
Yeah.
And you closed everything down except for big businesses.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like there's, you know, and then it goes to, this is again where I have a bone to pick with Trump where he pushed the vaccines, you know? So
Yeah.
there's
Who
things.
Trump did?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about
Trump
that.
Trump wasn't
Warp
for a
speed.
vaccine.
No,
No, he's the one that pushed him
he quit-
fast to get him.
Oh,
the first one.
okay.
Vaccines, it's like a 10-year process.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
R&D.
But I
and
know
then-
he was like, I don't even know if he got the vaccine, but he was like on some, like, you don't have to worry about getting the vaccine shit.
He was
telling people
against
to
the
take
mandate, I think, right?
colonial
Right.
silver.
He did not
whatever.
mandate
Yeah, he was
it.
against the mandate.
Yeah.
But he wanted it out there for the people that really were scared and wanted it. And I think he had somebody in his ear.
But
Just
that's
like
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is that it's the bigger power.
Yeah.
I say,
Do
no,
y'all
you're going to push for
follow,
it.
Dr. Artis?
Can't say
Bro,
I've heard of him.
he researches all this stuff. He's amazing. He talks about how the COVID vaccine is actually made from serpent venom. It's synthesized serpent venom, and it's made to coagulate your blood. That's why myocarditis is blockages in the arteries of your
And all these coroners are finding all these the
spots when people are dying of. Yeah.
See, but they won't claim them.
No.
No, and
Fauci got pardoned before.
Bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so then how do we overturn it, right? Like, obviously, it'd be stupid to just arm up and just say this. We're gonna fucking
All the
revolt.
proof is out there
There's
that they
another
did
way
it,
to do it.
you know, but
Yeah,
people
right.
are like, this isn't true. Like,
Yeah.
so there's that dissonance that everybody's having to deal with.
So that's
what-
like a syndrome. It's got to be some form of syndrome that people just don't want to wake up or don't want to admit it.
cognitive dissonance.
Because it's like, if I admit now, I'm with you. If I admit it, like, yeah, okay, I see
we've
it now.
met those people where we'll tell them the truth or we'll show them something, and they're just so stuck in their ways. They're so like and we're in the cult.
Yeah.
Like
but they're like, no,
Because they like the false, the fake.
It's not that they like the
They're
fake.
accustomed to it.
That's like it's like it's always goes back to the Matrix. Like they want to eat the steak. They don't want to know what it really is.
It's just
They
like
don't want accountability.
the people that walk around saying, "Hey, did you know Donald Trump did this?" And it's actually what Biden did, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that piece of shit." And he's like, "Actually, Biden did that."
Yes,
and they're like,
yeah.
"No, he didn't." Yeah, here's the article. This is New York Times or whatever.
Yeah,
That's fake.
Yeah, right.
or vice versa. You want to see these racist statements Trump made?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I knew it. Actually, those were Biden statements.
Yeah, back from the 90s.
We gotta let know.
Yeah, shit. I don't think that you're supposed to overturn it. Like in the Bible, it says that our battle isn't against flesh and blood, but against spiritual entities. And I think that's the whole purpose of all of this. Like it is supposed to get to a boiling point to where it does kind of like take the wheat from the chaff and be like, who's really deserving of whatever is next? Like, yeah, we're here in this room and we're like, we want to know what's up. And even then we still have to go out there with whatever bullshit coworkers. Like, most of us don't have like normal jobs where you have to deal with like normal coworkers or whatever, right? But then even then you still have to call him or her. You know what I'm saying? You still have to like
No, the fuck I
her
don't.
or him. But that's because you have your own thing going. Like, but like guaranteed if you were $3,000 saved up and, $20,000 in school loan debt, $10,000 to a car debt, it's like, and this is your job right now. You're making whatever you're making. And then you have to, he is or her.
Yeah.
Like, yes, sir.
Like
yes,
you're forced to do
yeah,
it.
whatever
You're
it is.
obligated to
And-
do it.
yeah,
Or
and
you
I-
can't keep your job.
I think that's what it is, though. I think like it is just forceful and like, even in, I always bring shit back to like a spiritual, religious level, but it's like when Satan took Christ up to the mountains, he tempted him in 3 different ways. One of them was in a worldly way and said that you can have all of the kingdoms that you can see, as far as the eye can see. And Christ didn't respond with like, I own the kingdoms. This is my world. He said, tempt me not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because those are Satan's. Like, he is in charge of this. This might be God's earth, but all of the political spheres and stuff like that, that's why it says don't covet what the king's food, don't covet what the king wears and stuff like that, all in Proverbs, because all those things are those things to kind of pull you around because those aren't made for the natural man, the guy who you can lie to, because we're supposed to take things at face value. Yeah. We're supposed to. And so I think that's that. To go back to your thing, like, what can we do? I think we're supposed to just watch, wait, have your own families ready, the people who will listen, the conversations like this that you can have, putting it out. And then we are all going to take the hack for this one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? 10, 20 years from now, someone's going to pull this shit up and be like, oh, all y'all are some bastards because I was born a man, but I'm really a woman. And, and like, how dare you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's cousin's, your kid's cousin or your, whatever it is, like, going to say, oh, how dare y'all say that 20 years ago. It's like.
And that's a real conversation I had with my wife before we even started the show.
Yeah. I
was like, understand, like, what I'm trying to do, right? Like, and it could happen to where we're at a school meeting and then they pull up some bullshit like, look what and I'm like, but just know that this is the direction I want to take us in because there is
that's
something
good.
bigger.
You had that foresight, man.
No, because you've seen it in people who make a simple Facebook post on their day off and their job and they get fired from their regular job.
Yeah.
Like this, it's not fair. It's not right. And we're losing freedom of speech. And I will fight for someone's freedom to say that they are a man when they are a woman.
Yeah.
By all means, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't think you are. But say what you want.
Yeah.
Say what you want.
Stay the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. You do you. I'm gonna do me, and that's our freedom. And my freedom is just like yours. Like now, if you bring that to my kid and into my home, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But in terms of just all of us living peacefully, they have to have that right just the same as we do.
Right.
And they're the ones that are making the argument that we don't have the right to say these things anymore.
Yeah.
And by us being, I don't want to rock the boat, we are giving more power to this small subset of people.
And that's what I was going to say, because if you say some word to pop up at a meeting and then you stand up and say something, with the same energy, there's going to be people in there that agree with you, but probably won't say shit.
Yeah.
And again, it is the same shit, right? So it's like, this is what we're trying to teach, or not teach people, right? But we're trying to encourage people to do, to say like, man, like, stand up for the right thing, and obviously be careful how you say it, because unfortunately in the day that we are in, it does make a difference, especially if you have a job that you can lose, still there is like a moral decency or a moral like standard that you should hold yourself to say like, dude, this is not wrong. This is wrong. You know, especially in the kids. Dude. Like to me, the drag queen shows in the elementaries, bro, it's absolute hell no. Right? So that's an example that I could use where you could be like, okay, no. You know, like the whole community should be behind that.
Yeah,
you know?
talk about confusing somebody, you know, especially at that young of age.
Right.
They're going to believe whatever's in front of them, you know, whether
And-
you're lying to them or not, they're going to believe it.
And only the devil is worthy of that or capable of that. You know, to go to the weakest minds to say, look, and then you're already fucking confused. It's like,
They're the most
you
open.
open the door.
They're the most innocent.
Yeah, pure, dude, yeah.
Pure.
That's
That's
what
the
God
evil
says.
part,
God
bro.
says, like, woe him who dares to take the innocency of a child.
Yeah.
You have to deal with me.
Yeah.
Have y'all been seeing Joel Osteen at the same time or what?
Oh no, I be going to
Nah.
Joel. I was at Joel's today.
I don't really mess
shit.
with Joel,
I was
man.
hollering at Joel today.
Yeah?
I
It was
love.
him or just at the church?
Nah. I just be watching him. I'm just in
Oh,
the back.
yeah.
So you probably seen me before.
He was backstage waiting
Yeah,
for
right.
him to get off.
What's up, Joel? Yeah. But no, like I do like Joel Osteen because I feel like as he's getting older, because you know he does have a more positive, like light message. I feel like as he's getting older, I think he's coming to a point where he is talking about more serious stuff or subtly introducing more serious stuff to things. Like he said today, like a lot of people don't want you to talk about God anymore. He said something along those lines or something. But I mean, I think he is kind of, especially his mother just passed away. Dodie died like I think 2-3 weeks ago or whatever, right? So I feel like he is kind of coming around to like a stand up inside of yourself because he's like 60 years old now. So it is coming with time. But I mean, yeah, like for Joel, at least, like I think that because there is so much doom and gloom from every other pastor, 99% of pastors are like doom and gloom. The day is coming or whatever, that we're all going to die and revelations and all that stuff. I feel like the Joels do have a place because like nobody else is really just talking like that uplifting stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people argue about his book, like your best life now. Oh no, your best life is going to be in heaven or whatever. Well, you're technically dead, you know, if you're in heaven. But like, you know, he's talking about just, you know, the vineyards that you did not plant, the homes that you did not build, and those types of things that you're supposed to have currently. But yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know where we was going. But yeah, I love that boy Joel. Joel, I'm here for you, buddy. Yeah.
Nah, I think it just all of this harped onto me because again, a lot of this goes back to me having deep conversations with people when I'm tattooing them, and walls come down and we're just talking and shit. And I've heard through many different clients of younger men. You know, 18 to 22, where I'll bring up something or they'll bring up something and I'll say something controversial. And a lot of them who want to be masculine, but they're surrounded by such either feminist dudes, gay dudes, or a bunch of chicks. Like everyone's conforming to that liberal ideology. And there's a lot of these guys that are just like, man, I don't really fuck with that. But 6 of my friends do. So I guess I should just go along, even though like instinctually it's not hitting right. You know, and I've had a lot of those minds come in there and I'm like, dude, it's okay. Like it's okay to not.
I don't like him either.
Yeah. But they don't hear that.
Yeah.
And they don't see that in their programs. You know, they see it's 2 gay dads. Like that's what life is.
Yeah.
They were the people that programming was for.
Right.
Trying to get after those minds. And
right. And that's what this program is for. It's not really those far leftist LGBT people, though I wish they would listen to the message, but it's more for the people that are in the middle that are just hearing the Matrix stuff and they're not hearing the message of like, hey dude, we're over here too, you know? Like,
well, a lot of them are turning, dude. Like a lot of them are like, they used to be the LGBTQ, now they're like, okay, now it's an extreme, you know, heading to an extreme
yeah, because they have overplayed their...
And they're like kind of like speaking up on that. You know,
they've outdone their stage.
I mean, because they've pissed off a lot of their own too.
Yeah, we listen to y'all, you know, but...
Because they were trying to make it like a religion almost, bro. It's fucked up.
Dude, I think it was Rogan had a guy on there that was talking about, you know, this was the mass plan. Like it went from Black Lives Matter, then to LGBTQ, and now it's deportations. Like they're all being programmed to think a certain way, and everybody hops on the fucking bandwagon. And it's like think for your fucking self.
Yes.
It's
Like,
Marxism, dude.
Yeah.
Or take a minute to really dig deep. Like there's something not right. Like
Yeah.
But Marxism harps on the victim,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes the other person an oppressor. There's no this person might have a different idea.
Yeah.
It's no, you're the oppressor
Black
because
and
now they're a
white.
victim.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what they've been teaching kids for. Well, it started through communism, but Marxism has been what we know as today. That's why so many quote unquote educated kids that are college graduates and in college and professors and teachers and nurses who all think like this because they went through that same
and now they have
college
they have
education.
a louder voice too.
Yeah.
You know, so now they have a potential to lead others. So then you're like teaching them that and guiding them in the wrong direction as well.
Man, speaking of which, bro, I had just seen some stuff that, and I confirmed it, bro. But what's it called? Martin Luther King was a Marxist,
Mhm.
and he didn't even believe in Christ. He didn't believe in the Trinity. He didn't believe in the virgin birth. He didn't believe in the deity at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, bro. Like, but you was a Baptist preacher, so I looked that up. So he's a part of the something Baptist Preacher Association or whatever. That's just the word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, because
It's like the PTA.
yeah, it's up to their it's up to their discrimination on how they want to define themselves in that Baptist. But like you're thinking, oh, he was a preacher, he was a Southern Baptist.
That's all you need to hear.
Nah, yeah, he wasn't none of that stuff, bro.
Shadow Jackson, he's been diving into that big time, and that's a whole nother wormhole.
Yeah.
Because
It's
it gets
like-
into Rosa Parks.
That's gonna piss off a lot of people, dude.
Yeah.
But it's like, but I'd rather know the truth than be continuing to lie.
Man, this road, like you were saying earlier, like, you know, all these kids, they have to go with their 6 friends, but it's like, man, this road is a lonely road. Like, you know what I'm saying? You will find the few couple of people, like we're 4 people in the city of Houston, and there's a few other people that believe like this and you can talk like this with, but not many. But you have to have so much self-respect that like, no, I can't fall for that fool shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather come chill with Bird, Pablo, and Tim than hang out with 20 other, you know, cool people, like, who have this many followers, that many followers, but all they talk about is where they ate and, you know, just bullshit, you know, what's going on, where they gonna march at this week, whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like, it is a lonely path, but it all comes back to, like we were saying even earlier, like, education. Can you protect yourself mentally more than anything now? Because nowadays, you're not really going to get into a physical altercation with anybody, but mentally, can you protect yourself in a room with 20 other people who don't agree with you? You know what I'm saying? And be fine with being the guy left out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, so that's we come full circle, right? Because it's kind of like how you were saying about, damn, I lost my train of thought. but it's about like following, right? Like about standing up and saying like, okay, no, that's right, that's wrong, but just because like these people are gonna judge me if I don't go with them, but also this people will too, right? Even though they're not really part of this group, it's better if I belong to a larger population, right? Like this to me is so fucked up because it's kind of like like the energy. That's what I meant to say. You were talking about energies and like the collective, right?
Yeah.
Like as a whole. I think the world is where we're at because most people are followers, right? So then we're
100%.
worried about judgments and being judged and separated through that, rather than, you know, we start waking these people up, then that energy will resonate or will ripple, and then the world would turn, right? So that's kind of like what we could do, right? And that's kind of what the Ruffled Feathers podcast intention is, to say there is another way. It is a little bit harder because accountability is not easy. We go back to that word.
Yeah. Well, and then what happened to Jesus? For going against the grain.
For telling the truth. Like, these people were lying to the Pharisees and Sadducees were lying. And then who was it, Pontius Pilate, as like, what did this man do? And nobody could say nothing.
Yeah.
Christ didn't even defend himself, said nothing. And said, Pontius Pilate says, man, I wash my hands of this dude. Y'all do with whatever y'all see.
But see, he followed the crowd because he had
'cause
already
he didn't want to say nothing.
His word is law, bro. He had already said
Mm-hmm.
it. They came back to him and said, all right, y'all win.
Yeah.
That's how dirty
I
of
got
a game
chills
it is.
on that one.
That's how dirty of a game it is right now.
Yeah.
Like, and I've seen it happen where I'm doing everything right because I know how to talk to people. I know how to say something without trying to infringe on their feelings and values and tiptoe and, you know, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. Like their beliefs are so, you know, embedded that you're evil. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they've already have their own script going, and I have it. You know, like I have friends and stuff like that, or you know, good acquaintances at the gym or whatever. And sadly, it'll come down to, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm going here doing this, whatever. what are you doing this weekend, doing this, doing that, and it leads to Kamala, Trump, politics, gay, lesbian, ICE deportations, whatever the hell it is, and it's like,
Whatever's
bro, like,
trending.
yeah, it's like, bro, I believe what I believe in, like, and that's fine. You believe what you believe in, that's cool, but like, don't ask me like you give a fuck about what I give a fuck about, like, because I don't give a shit what you care about, and I can tell that you don't care because of how you dress, because you NPC yourself and groom yourself in an NPC way to make sure that I know who you are before you ever said a word.
Yep.
So, but I try to, like, same you say, like, I try to be very respectful, but like y'all saying earlier, like, nobody respects this side. Like, you know, God forbid that you fucking have any type of opinion that goes against the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's sad because, like, I do feel like a genuine love for all people. Like, you start talking about groups of people, like, oh, the trans, the ICE deport. Okay, yeah, then that'll piss me off. But then, like, fucking, we talk about, you know, that individual walks in this room. I'm still going to treat them like a person because I know that they're only coming from a hurt state because there's a reason why you don't have the self-respect or confidence to be like, oh, I do or don't believe in this, and this is why I do or don't believe in that. It's just all, like you said, feeling.
And if you dare mention anything towards healing, they're offended.
Yeah.
And they're insulted. Because you're right, they're hurt.
Yeah, they're just hurt people.
And that's what it is, you know, and you have to be true and honest to yourself because that's the problem. We're all broken. Something broke us. Something caused doubt. Something, you know, in our life, something caused that, you know. So the counteraction is to heal. And healing is the hard part. That's the difficult part. And that's where most people are like, nope, give me the steak.
Yeah.
Plug me back in.
You seen those stats on like how many of the trans like regret that they had ever did the surgery and stuff like that. And it's like, man, you made just like suicide, you made a temporary decision or a permanent decision for a temporary feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't come back from that, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just sad, man.
And the people don't want to hear those sides of the story, which is wild to me.
You're a hater for even bringing it up, but that's like your people said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the people who are doing what you're doing says that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
so,
like you'll get your child taken away if you are against them being open to transgenderism.
Yeah.
You have to pry that my baby out of my
Yeah, we were
hands.
talking about that the other day.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's when.
But we're all misogynists now. You know, it's like it doesn't matter. Yeah, they've killed the words, the definitions of words at this point,
and they're changing it in the dictionaries and shit. Like, there's no more of this shit.
Yeah,
man.
it's just not working though for the people who have strong minds, and it's beautiful to see because we can just go off the rip and just be like, yeah, this is easy. But when we talk to someone who's in the middle, it's crazy because you're like, man, you didn't know about this, or you've never heard this, and like, no, or the far lefties, or just the extremists is the same thing. They're just like, they don't even want to hear it. So it's
dangerous.
It is dangerous, but it's fun.
I think it kind of boils down to, like, my dad taught me, you got to give respect to get respect, and people don't even respect themselves. Like those people that we were sitting here talking about, they don't respect themselves, and that's why they're doing all that. They don't understand that they can heal just by making that switch of, hey, I'm going to learn something on this side today. And it would start changing them little by little and open the eyes. And then hopefully, you know, they would respect themselves enough and then start respecting everybody else around them. Like the other people that we were talking about earlier, driving and being pissed off. Like, you don't respect yourself enough to do these things to make sure all of that bad stuff isn't happening. So.
And that's a simple formula.
Yeah.
It takes action and it takes effort and it takes.
I mean, and we know like it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
But the consistency is crazy.
Right.
But see, that's the devil's language, right? Duplicity. If you could change that easy on your thoughts, or like one day this is convenient for you, the next day it's not, and then you're gonna fucking like get offended. Like that's the devil's language, bro. Like standing on your own word, on your own stance. That's hard. You know, you're gonna get mocked. You're gonna get judged. You're gonna get with a stone, whatever.
I haven't seen a stoning in a while.
I saw one on the way up here.
Well, you'll get canceled. You'll get canceled.
They're sacrificing Christians on the other side of the world now, like publicly.
Bro, the Chinese were fucking doing it. They were.
Not too long ago, right?
Yeah, the Uyghurs, I think that's what they called them.
They
were tagging and bagging these people, putting them on the trains to go to concentration or work camps.
But that's we were talking about it with Buddha last time. That's like the number one growing religion over there in that side of the world is Christianity, you know.
But they still practice it underground, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, it's like, I mean, I think in the Bible, the Revelation says it, right? Like, I mean, it's
You'll be
gonna come.
beheaded.
Yeah, you will be
Yeah.
like, you will be challenged. You will
Yeah.
be or what is it? Yeah, challenged.
Yeah.
I guess, right?
It'll
Like,
be mother
if you believe
against
in God.
daughter,
If you say I
daughter,
believe in Christ, you get decapitated.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And that's where we're at, because we're at that. Like, are we gonna just follow the crowd, or are we gonna like have to be the ones that kind of rock the boat?
Right. There's only two ways about it. It's either come together or fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. And together we stand.
And there's people like us that I would hope that everybody here is ready for it when the time comes. But there's people that, they're not going to stand up for nothing, dude. Nothing.
Yeah.
And they just watch everything fall apart. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's why
And
I feel
complain.
it's
Yeah.
important to believe in something greater than yourself, right? Like whether you believe in God or a higher power or something, just to give you that fortitude.
Yeah.
So that kind of segues us.
Whoa.
I'm from New York, man. It segues us into the next clip. So I guess we talked a lot about the people that go with the flow, and then the weak that are just completely brainwashed into the ideology and to the slogans, which gives us a fun clip about anti-racism. Confronting anti-white.
Hey, who is this guy? Come with me, here we go. Look, now he's running. There he is, he's running away. What's going on? You got a problem with us live streaming or what?
I mean, this ain't where you're from.
Is there a problem with me being here?
You're a white person.
What was that all about?
Y'all don't pay the stolen land tax?
You're white as well, dude. I don't know what you're trying to say.
And you're whiter than him.
You're white as well. I don't understand where you're coming from.
Because you gotta take accountability for it.
Accountability for what?
Systemic problems. Is this right here? You're occupying indigenous land here. You're occupying space that isn't here.
Wait, but I can say the exact same thing to you.
You can. And you
And
should.
you're occupying this
And
space.
we should. We should be calling out people. Honestly, he
Who's
deserves to be robbed.
Who's we? You
Humans.
say we deserve to be robbed.
Yeah.
Okay, take his iPhone. Take it.
Give me it.
Take it.
I use it for mutual aid. Give me it. You want to help my mutual aid funds?
Give me it.
You want to? Okay.
Give me it.
Do you want to
You take his iPhone. Take his iPhone. You just said you didn't want it.
Dude,
Give me it.
I use this to help people.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
You want to? What do you
He's trying to say his
I
kind of
help
people.
Ron, I help my friend Corey.
You said
I
you
help
deserve
my
to be
friend
robbed,
Omar. I help so many people that need this. Because that's the way that I connect with people.
They need this.
I do as much as I can.
But no,
They need this.
but you just said you deserve to be
No, they
robbed.
need crowdfunding.
You need this. He needs a phone. He needs a phone. Help him out. He needs a phone.
You want this phone? Come get it. Come get it.
He said he deserves to be robbed.
Do you know what Kofi is?
Come get it.
We can do that.
YN.
We can do that.
Look, now they'll
We
take
can
the
do
phone.
Kofi. We can do Kofi. I use this for crowdfunding.
No, you said you deserve to be robbed though.
I use this for mutual aid.
my hand.
And you'll be hurting people.
Ooh.
You'll be hurting my friend Corey.
How?
My friend Corey needs resources.
Okay. How are you helping your friend Corey so far if she doesn't have those resources?
Because I give them to her. As well as several other
Giving it
people.
to her.
My $30.
Give me $30, huh?
Allowing her to have
you said
the choices of.
help
So this guy said he deserves to be robbed. I don't want to be robbed. We're not gonna let these kids rob him. But see what happens when he says, "I deserve to be robbed," and then he gets robbed. See what happens? He doesn't want to get robbed because nobody wants to get robbed. No one
No
deserves to get robbed. This guy's a lunatic.
Huh? You should be.
Should be what?
You should be upset with people like me.
I am. That's why I'm finna rob you, dumbass.
Huh?
Because you're on indigenous land, not your land. My land, my people's land. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I can do whatever the fuck I please on my land. Now give me the phone.
I need it to help people.
I know.
I'm surprised he hasn't
I got 10.
darted off running this.
I know.
$10.
Give me $10.
Man,
$10.
I got more than $30. Show me your wallet. I bet you got $30.
Go to the bank.
Not what?
Wait, we still.
He just walks off with it.
And you see this, people? You see
Wonder
how
where this
the
is.
cycle works? I said I wouldn't take the phone. My little niggas on the other hand, I didn't say nothing about them.
He said he deserves to get robbed.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, that is like, you can't make this shit up.
Nah, dude. NPC shit.
Yeah, white guilt is at like an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? Like,
motherfucker, I didn't live during that time. It would be fucked up too, but...
well, fucking Genghis Khan got fucking 25% of the world. He got, his DNA in 25% of the world. That's a global conqueror. That's a colonist as well. Like, Japan, the Aztecs were taking over smaller colonies as well.
took
The
over.
Apaches, yeah,
the
like
Apaches were killed by other Apaches demolished other nations.
yeah, like this is a human
it's a
thing.
human thing.
Yeah, it's not specified to one ethnicity or anything.
Or time frame.
Yeah, any of that, like, you know, so yeah, man. I mean, I feel sad for people that don't like, again, knowledge. They don't know anything about history. You know what I'm saying? Don't care to know about history.
Right, that's what it is.
That
But-
motherfucker was wearing a mask outside.
Yeah, Shaka Zulu took over other smaller tribes in Africa. Those are people who look like him. Like, you know, so like, it's okay if Shaka Zulu does it, but if a white man does it, it's so awful.
Yeah, the Irish were enslaved by.
Yeah.
It was all white on white.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
it
a
was
human
brown on
thing.
brown
Oh,
here.
those
yeah.
were indentured servants. That's not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
But the whole
learned that.
thing about this is evolving, right? In like progressing as a humankind. Like we're not there anymore.
No.
Mhm.
We
We
are
were on the way, but
right. But it's like that's. I mean, obviously living in Houston, in a city like Houston, we have people of all nations,
Yeah,
of
we're
all
hella
kinds.
cool, yeah.
You know, and it's like we don't. To us, it's normal. It's just our brother.
Mhm.
You know, but it's like I hate to think that there's places or people that still feel like that.
What's sad, those implants from like California or whatever that come over, and then this internet shit that comes to the kid who's homeschooled or has a lack of, you know, surroundings or, you know, what's it called, influence. They see that shit, or they see something that you know, kid getting robbed or whatever it puts out on the internet, and then they start to adapt that mentality. Because man, Houston's always been a hella cool city since I was a kid. Like there wasn't a race division. Like you were talking about the gang thing earlier. It's like they're really like, you know, even going into Houston, it's not like a big gang problem. Like, you know how they would talk about Compton or even New York City. It's like, yeah, it happens here, but it's not like a thing. Like,
Not
you know,
anymore,
Astroworld,
right?
yeah,
bro.
not anymore. Yeah,
anymore.
but
Disney
like,
took away Astroworld.
well, no, Harambe died. That's what it was.
Harambe did it, yeah.
Harambe died. Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, I don't know. I think it's sad, but
What do you think would happen if like all the world lost electricity and we had to go back to like living the old days?
I mean, to me, bro, it's like obviously it would be a shock, but it wouldn't be the worst thing that happened to humanity
They'd
because
have
it would
to
force
learn
us
how
to
to-
have to
yeah.
Well, it's like
communicate.
they said, like what? How many percentage of people would die the first like 3
yeah.
days? Because like you know,
From
the
people, each other?
insulin
Oh,
and
yeah,
just stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, because everybody's propped up by a fake world right now. Like
Yeah.
there is, if you believe in Darwinism, natural selection, like you know, bro, a lot of people would fucking be gone. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
But I think it would be like targeted, right? Like it would be done on purpose. And I mean, obviously there's places that have generators and stuff,
Yeah.
and obviously they take priority and all that. And I think, you know, millionaires or like the elite definitely have what they need.
they'll be fine.
Their
Yeah.
bunkers
Yeah.
are good.
That's the
thank
whole
God.
plan.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's the whole
But I
plan.
mean, it's like it would be done for a reset, maybe, like
No,
you know, for us to
definitely.
kill
It's
each other and minimize that
It's
population.
population control, dude.
Yeah,
It's they talk about it openly.
yeah, because we are each other's worst harm or hazard.
Yeah.
In a situation like that.
yeah, we have no natural predators other than humans. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they think of it as a tree that's just overgrown with branches, and you got to trim it so they can keep growing taller. So their thing is like, well, let's just cut all these branches so we can grow another 20 feet. We're the branches that they don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about, and they're like,
Yeah, but they don't want to. They want society to stay dumb and not grow, like intellectually. So,
And it's
Like
happening.
if we had all the technology that the government's been holding and give it out to the masses, we probably would be at flying cars by now, you know. But they're like, nah, these motherfuckers are stupid.
Yeah.
well, we
Obama
want
said
to
it.
Well, we would take them over. We would take them over.
That too. But Obama said some of these societies too stupid to think for themselves, so we're going to do it for them.
Yeah, agreed. You know,
Bro,
agreed.
He's talking about you and me too.
No, I mean, he's talking about the masses, but like, you know, like, it's true though, bro. Like, you're not gonna go out and say, oh, society's actually pretty smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, individually, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But, man, yeah, as a whole, society is dumb as hell, man.
Well, it's not like, I mean, we're totally different from now back into the medieval times in terms of the general public.
Yeah.
Like, we're way more civilized. We
Yeah.
don't shit on the street in Texas.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
some people
Whoa.
still do.
Yeah.
Mine is Austin.
I seen it
Mine is
downtown.
I had the
Austin.
bubble guts all the way here.
But no, I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, like we are, and even in statistically, like the amount of deaths that we have per year, like murder, suicide, all that, like
Yeah.
we are way safer times because back then you would die from a cut,
Yeah.
you know, or a bug bite.
Diarrhea, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a huge one.
It still is in Africa. And shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
shit.
I-
like cholera.
Oh, Oregon Trail?
Cholera?
We're going Oregon Trail?
Oregon Trail.
I know that's what I was saying. Yeah.
It's making a comeback, ain't it? Somewhere.
Yeah.
Oregon
Oregon
Trail?
Trail's making a comeback.
No. Cholera.
Oh, I don't know about that. No, I know Oregon Trail.
I'm probably saying it in Spanish. But that too, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But
We lost some real ones on the
That was
Oregon
fucking
Trail.
yeah, bro, I used to love that.
Typhoid,
We
dude.
lost a lot of good typhoid fever. Oh, shit.
Well, yeah, the anti-racism thing, I had heard that a few years ago. I was like, what the fuck is anti-racism? And apparently it's like what? Like white guilt is basically
I mean,
anti-racism?
oh,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
thing?
Yeah, I think it really targets more so white people because it's
Because
like,
you don't talk about it, you're not like helping the cause. Like it never made sense to me.
I think it's just so Americanized too. Like nobody else is really talking about that. Like I personally don't understand it. I don't get it. I think every race, especially like if you were born in a household that was like pure Mexican or pure black or pure Asian, whatever it might be, Indian subculture, whatever, it'd be like, yeah, you're supposed to be proud of your race and ethnicity, and your parents are probably telling you, yeah, because we're Hispanic or because we're black or because we're this ethnicity, we are the best. You know, that's just what you're supposed to say, I guess, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to tell them, like, hey, yeah, because of this, you're supposed to be better. These are the things that our people have been through. This is our history. So, yeah, you're supposed to, you know, do well, do great. And I think that that's every ethnicity to a degree, right? You know what I'm saying? And I might be wrong in saying that, but like, who's going to check me? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause every parent who's coming from a pure ethnicity or a pure bloodline is going to say that, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to say, like, I remember kids coming to school and be like, oh, it's a Mexican, not a Mexican. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel it. Like, those are good phrases. Those are good, like, healthy phrases for your kids to have. Like, you know, so my other friends who are Asian would be like, yeah, you got to be good at math. Like, and if you're not, you're a bad Asian. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
But isn't that a stereotype?
It's a stereotype within the own ethnicity, but is it a stereotype if it comes out to be true?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, how wrong am I? They're talking about, my friend he's Asian, and he sent me a picture of the mathematic Olympic team or whatever. And it was all Asians. It was like one white guy and like 5 Asians. And it's like, and he even said the same stuff. It's like, is it stereotypical if it's true? Like, and it's like, that's something to be proud of. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think it's targeting just specifically white people because black people are racist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Mexicans are racist. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I know damn well being around my Mexican family and stuff like that, they would say racist shit about white people, even though knowing that my mom's white. Like, you know what I'm saying? And same way with my white family. They would call us mutts and stuff like that. It's just like, whatever. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got thick skin. Like, I'm not, you know, but I think that's the thing, though. It's like,
butt.
the butt. Yeah.
Oh, Heinz 57.
Yeah.
I don't need all my shots.
What are we going to call them? Yeah.
Well, so, I think you touched on an important part because I think lately I've been seeing a lot of that, dude, where there's races, you know, that are outside of the white race that are saying that they can't be racist. That only white people are the racist.
Oh yeah, that's
and that to me is ignorant.
Yeah, that's
because it doesn't make sense, bro. Because it's like anybody can be racist. Like, I mean, the thing is that you have to be racist. You have to do it on purpose. Like, ain't no accident in racism. No. You have to be hateful. Mm-hmm. You have to have a specific. They have to strike a specific nerve for you to say that shit. You know?
And I think most people are prejudiced and not racist because racism is like an action. Like, oh, Bird's gonna say, oh no, I'm not gonna tattoo you because you're this ethnicity, or I say, oh, I'm not gonna take care of you because you're this ethnicity. That's an action. That's racist. Versus having a prejudgment, a prejudice about someone who comes in like, I'm just, you know, gonna do this. I'm gonna, you know, maybe he likes this type of food because he's this, you know, color, or maybe he wants this because he's that ethnicity. Like, that's a prejudice, which
absolutely.
I mean, still could be wrong depending on how you you know, portray that. It still could be totally wrong.
It might even a prejudice. It might be an assumption or a stereotype. Like, if a hood-ass motherfucker comes in here, I mentally know I need to be on guard.
Yeah.
But the white liberal that we just saw, he's probably like, oh, hey, let me help you. You're probably poor. And he's like, what, motherfucker? And then boom. Like,
right.
Yeah.
And it be like that, dude.
And it's his fault. He didn't know the situation he's getting into. Like, if you don't know fire's hot, and you hop on in, you know, that's on you. And these people have lived such a great life that they don't realize if you come talk to the brown community or the black community, and I hate fucking even saying that.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
If you come talk to the hood, we'll tell you there's motherfuckers here we want gone.
Yeah.
We don't want them here no more. And there's motherfuckers over here that they litter everywhere they fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about this area. But they don't want to hear that because they think we're all the same. And that pisses me off more than anything else is that I'm Hispanic, but doesn't mean I'm like you or you.
Yeah,
I'm a man, doesn't mean I'm like you or you or you. Like I'm an artist, doesn't mean like I'm like that other artist. Like I think we're just so much cooler than our group.
Yeah.
Because see, I think like the liberal mentality sometimes is like you're just supposed to accept them how they are, and I don't think that's right.
Well,
like okay, say like people that litter, like you're just supposed to accept. Oh, that's just who they are. Like, that's just another thing.
Hell no.
There's a right.
No,
there's
I don't think that's their mentality because they hate littering. They hate going against Mother Nature.
Where it belongs, they will be okay with it, right? Like to their assumption or whatever, right? Like so, it's supposed to be dirty in downtown. It's supposed to be dirty in the hood, right? Like sometimes that's kind of like what I feel that I get.
Well, to me, that's why they're racist and don't even know it,
right?
Or you can call them prejudice or whatever.
I was about to say that only white people can be racist is racist itself.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. I agree.
Yeah.
And but the thing is that you can't say nothing to them. Like you saying that, now you're insulting them.
Oh no, I can't be racist because
this is
quarter Cherokee.
This is where I want to get to how twisted this is because it's like I'm not okay with it.
No, me neither.
You know,
it doesn't make sense
because it's like we've come too far for this ignorance and this nonsense.
But this division isn't made between us. It's made between the people on top that are
pushing the agenda,
playing puppet master.
Yeah.
And they're streaming their dicks like fucking Van Halen, dude.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, dude.
Sore topic.
Yeah, man.
Skinny little strings. Well, y'all want to tell the world anything before we wrap this up, man?
Man, just come fuck with me at my store. I can ship you anything. Keep tuning into the show, man. Yeah.
Nice. Short and sweet, Tim.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Go check out the music. Jared Kohler on YouTube. I just did a video, I guess a few months ago called Money Like This. And then I got some more shit coming out hopefully in the next like 10 days or so. Hopefully by the time this one drops, I have another music video out. So
yeah. And still
you know what's coming? You know what's coming. PSA, man, like think about thinking deeper. Think about thinking for yourself. You know how you said it, you know, because it is important to have your own opinions and to have your own doubts of things. You know, something doesn't seem right, something don't smell right. Probably because there's something wrong with it. So just stay alert and vigilant.
Good rule of thumb, even with your mate. If it don't smell right.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to say some stuff again.
Can I go again?
No, I mean, I think y'all said it. I mean, I think if y'all tuned in and we're going to continue to be doing this and annoying y'all who get triggered by people with opinions. So it's not going to stop. And instead of hate on it, just listen. And if there's something that strikes a chord, there's probably some truth to it that you don't want to come, to terms with. And that's cool. Like, just marinate on it. Like, think about it. And maybe you're going to learn something or you can come here and talk to us about it and help us perceive things differently. Because I do agree that if there was an individual in here who was LGBT and we talked their story, we are going to be human with them. And I'm going to understand the plight if it's given to me. But as a whole, as a group, you can't really go by that because we're all so different in individuals and we all have different life stories. And it's not fair for us to go off our group standards for an individual freedom. So that's thanks for joining us, fellas.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank y'all for episode 20.
Yeah.